Today we're going to be working on a 2011 Buick Lacrosse, and the problem that we have is a 442 code, and this is just going to be that purge valve. This is a pretty common problem on this GM 3.6, and the model here that we have, this is the exact same setup on the Cadillac XTS, the Chevy Impala, and a couple other GM front-wheel drive vehicles. This is the exact same process, but I'll show you can very easily do this on this Lacrosse here today. To get started, we'll disconnect the battery, so just push in this in the back, then that should come off. Then you're going to remove this, and this should just be a 10 mil. Then remove the engine cover, so take the cap off. Then reattach the cap so nothing inadvertently falls down there. Next we're going to remove this throttle body hose, so just gently pry up this vacuum hose here. Set that out of the way. Then you're going to remove those two hose clamps. And you don't have to remove it all the way, just loosen it up so we can get that off. Then we're going to gently pry this off. Then we'll release this here. And we'll just take this out to get it out of the way. And you don't have to, you can just get this pulled out here, but sometimes it's easier just to get this thing out of the way. Then pull your hose off. And now we have access to the purge valve, and it's just sitting back here. So you got one 10 mil bolt holding it in. We got our electrical connector here, then we have a vacuum hose. So the first thing we'll do is remove the vacuum hose. And I'll show you what you have to do on this when I release it. But there's just a clip in there. You just push it up, then it should pop right out. So here's the hose we just released. And as you see there, when you push that up, just like that, it will release it. So just push it up, pull it out, then it should pop right off. Then we'll remove the electrical connector, so just push in. And sometimes these come out and other times they don't. My advice, if you can't easily get it out, because these are broke all the time, but remove the sensor first, then we'll remove that so you have easier access. So we'll go ahead and just remove this bolt here, and it's just going to be a 10 mil. There's our bolt. Then this should slide out and just pull it straight towards you. And if it doesn't want to come out right away, just gently rotate it left and right, and eventually it will pop out. Like that. And now that we have it pulled out, here's the electrical connector. And as you see, sometimes these are on here very, very tight. So what I typically do on this is gently pry out like that. Then you can apply a little pressure here and get it released just like that. So if you can't get it out when it's under there, make sure you do that and don't break that connector, because I see those broke all the time. Then we'll take our new one and make sure you're getting a genuine GM part. If you use some of those aftermarket ones, sometimes those only last a couple hundred miles and you're going to be doing this again. So just make sure you get the GM one. I'll put a link in the description of where you can get this. The GM one is literally the same price as the other ones when you buy it online. So then we'll go ahead and we'll reinstall our electrical connector there. Wait till it snaps in. Then we'll reach down in here, and you're going to insert that in there and make sure you feel it snap in place. And again, just twist it if it's not going in there easily, like that, and you'll hear that snap. Then just rotate it around to where you feel where that bolt was at, where it needs to be threaded in. Then hand tighten it so you don't cross thread anything. Then we'll snug it up. Then the last thing back here, just reattach this vacuum hose, and you should just be able to gently snap it in place. And if it's not going in easy, make sure you just rotate it left or right there while you're applying pressure, and eventually it will snap in place, just like that. Next, reinstall the throttle body hose. And just make sure you get that hose here fully around that lip on the bottom as well. Then take your air filter box and set this back in place. Then reconnect this hose up here. And again, just make sure that is fully around that lip. Then we'll go ahead and tighten up both of these hose clamps. And just verify both of those tight. Reconnect this. And take your vacuum hose. Connect that as well, and just make sure everything's tight there. Then reinstall the engine cover, so remove our cap. Then you're just going to have these here. Just make sure they get seated in the appropriate spots there, and then push down. Reinstall our engine cap, push these down. Then reconnect our negative terminal here. And again, that's just going to be our 10 mil. Then reinstall this cover. And then you're done. Alright, so then to wrap up here, I'm going to be using my scanner here to erase the code in here because we have it. If you don't have a scanner, this isn't required. Just drive the vehicle for a day or so there, and typically the computer will sense you replace the part, then your engine light will go away. So hopefully this helped you out. If it did, please give me the thumbs up. If you're interested in more content like this, please hit that subscribe. But again, I hope this helped you out, and thanks for watching.